John, I mean, if we look at AMD as a whole, what really is the impact of severe vision loss when it comes to the patient's quality of life?
I think that's something that we really lose track of. We see so many patients every day with wet macular degeneration and limited vision, and we work at such a pace that sometimes it's hard to slow down and realize that it's not just their vision that's affected. It's their families that are affected. It's the patient themselves. We know that upwards of 40% of these patients suffer from depression when they lose vision from wet macular degeneration. We know that up to a third of them suffer from anxiety, worried that they're going to lose vision. They perseverate on it, and I don't blame them. I mean, when you have vision loss from AMD, you're constantly worried your other eye is going to be affected. If your other eye is affected, you're constantly worried you're going to be blind and be dependent on your spouse or children. It's incredibly impactful, and this is something that I think we just don't take time to slow down and look at.
And I've asked a couple of my patients as well who presented with pretty poor vision, and they're kind of getting through, and one of them, specifically said, the reason she feels fairly helpless is really because of the burden it puts on her children. So we forget that aspect too, that it's sometimes not even their concerns that, oh, I'm going blind, or I'm not my other eye, and that is a concern, but it's also, I think it gets to a higher level of depression and other things when they start feeling like I'm starting to impact people I love, or my spouse, or someone who has to do so much more for me now. And so I think these are all really important quality of life incidences that we need to keep in mind, which give us a reason for doing what we're talking about doing today.